Yo, what's up guys? This is Rembiex. Today I'm gonna be challenging myself. See if we can build an actually good-looking house using all natural blocks. Using all the blocks you can find on the surface and stuff. This includes mycelium, grass block, dirt, podzol, mud, clay, moss block, moss carpet, and coarse dirt. This is essentially what I'm gonna call essentially just spoofed up dirt house. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. So first of all, what would be the best looking floor around here? Just break an area to place the floor. Just break an area to place the floor around here. Break an area to place a floor. I think that mycelium would be a good option for a main room floor. Maybe it could be a checkerboard pattern between like mycelium and something else for the kitchen or something. So this is going to be the main room floor. This is going to be the floor of the main room. It's going to be mycelium and that stuff. And there, I mean, it could be a little larger. Yeah, I'm going to make it larger. Just wait. So yeah, that's the floor all done. And what should the walls be made out of? I feel like that the outside walls should be dirt to really sell it being natural, and the roof maybe grass. Yeah. Yeah, the outside walls are going to be made of dirt. Place all this dirt around here for the first wall. Actually, let's build the floors for the other rooms first. So, I like that a pattern of mud and clay would be good for the kitchen. It would be good design for the kitchen because it would be, you know, checkerboard pattern between some close to black and some close to white. So, yeah. Just place all this mud around here. All this dirty mud around here. Totally not going to be a problem if you actually try and build this yourself and walk on it, but hey, who cares? It's Minecraft. Anyways, finish up this side. I mean, I could have just stuck with the grass being the floor, but nah, that would be boring. That would be boring. We can do a little better than that, okay? We can all agree that we can do a little better than that, so let's just make this pattern the kitchen floor. It's gonna be a very square kitchen, but whatever. And where should the bedrooms be placed? Like, let me just... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so the grass already kind of did the work for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's perfect. That's perfect. And what made that noise? I swear. Wait, I need to turn down my volume a little. Okay, there. Why is this thing so loud? Okay, there, so the cow's now dead. The cow is now dead. Now we're gonna make this chicken just for no reason. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, let me just... What would be a very homey color for the... Something like this thing would be a good shade of white for the inside walls. Inside walls would be the family room. This would be a good color. This clay would be a good material. There. To make it even, let's just do that. And then, where should we place the bedroom? Like, imagine. So I'm walking in, there's probably going to be like a couch over here and a TV over there. And an entrance to the kitchen over there. So, how about let's make like 3 bedrooms. Let me just break all this, break all this. Let me just break all this. Break all of this, make it a little more natural looking. Wait, that looks terrible. Never mind, that looks horrible. That looks horrible. Let me just do this. There's gonna be a bedroom over here and maybe a bedroom over here. So, first bedroom. Let's just place the first bedroom over here. Door over here. There we go. Be a good mud bedroom floor. And for maybe a bit of variety, the second bedroom floor should be made out of something else, but nothing that looks terrible, such as coarse dirt as a floor, which would probably not go well. So I think that it should be like a moss floor. Leave. Anyways. Leave. Let me just... Yeah, what are you doing over here? Pig. Let me just place all this moss over here. There. No, that actually is someone to support it. So if we're gonna make all the interior walls of this place made out of clay. So all the interior walls out of clay. As for windows right now, I'm not really worried about that. We'll get to that later. Now, let me just do that. Do that. I swear. Why are you in here? We only allow people in here. Don't you even think about it. You know what? There. There. So as we finish up the walls, so where should the roof be? I think that should be, like, is that plenty of room? Yeah, it's plenty of room. This would definitely not hold up in real life, but it's Minecraft. You can do anything in Minecraft. There's no limits, and that's the beauty of Minecraft. It's one of, if not, it was one of, if not the best game for, like, past decade. Why would it stop being the best game? Unless if Mojang does something incredibly stupid and ends up ruining the game like that, which I don't think they will. You know what baffles me? That Microsoft hasn't dropped the Mojang brand yet. Like, many other brands, if they bought Minecraft, like many other companies, if they were the ones who bought Minecraft, they would have immediately dropped the Mojang brand and put their brand instead. As I heard, Lenovo nearly did with Motorola, or they might have actually done with Motorola, where it was called Moto by Lenovo, or something like that. But anyways, let's get back to the video. Okay then, so that's the floor. And for the wall, are you serious right now? So for the walls of the kitchen, for the walls of the kitchen, we're just gonna use some, what would be good material? This mud would be good material. Two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that would be good. Place 2 windows over there. I think how we're gonna handle windows is just like that. Just put a little bit of moss carpets in the windows. I think that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Then I'll just build up. Put a line of dirt or mud, whatever it's called. Build up these walls. Build like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Was done building the walls for the kitchen. I'm gonna warn you on this. I think that only like the main construction for this house is gonna be made out of these materials, as it wouldn't really be a house if everything else was made out of these materials as well. So, yeah. Or maybe no, not clay for the roof. We could do a little better. Could do moss carpets. They look, I mean, okay. Build. We're gonna place all these moss blocks for the roof. I say that looks pretty good for a kitchen. Main room is fine as well. I think we're going to use this clay for the walls as well. Yep, we're going to use clay for these walls. And then maybe use the coarse dirt as the roof for the hallway. One, two, three, four. Yep, that's gonna be good area to place the doors for the rooms. It would be good to place the doors for the rooms there. I mean, this looks fine. That looks fine. Okay then. So let me just build this wall over here. Or maybe we could build like a bathroom over here. Yeah, that would be excellent. Bathroom would be good. What's a very mycelium blocks. Yep, mycelium. And then just make this jut out a bit to the side for the shower and stuff. I think I'm going to make this house have like a natural theme as well, but it won't be entirely like, you know, natural stuff, because that wouldn't make like a good house if only you had like dirt and stuff laying around. No. Just put up these walls. What should the theme be for this room? The walls. I mean, I don't think I've had coarse dirt walls in a room before. No. I think we're just gonna stick with the, what are they called again? The mud and clay walls in this house, because that would make a sense of like uniformity, and it just looks better in general than dirt or anything else. Dirt just looks flat up nasty for walls, for interior walls. Like, I mean, you're gonna be looking at that all the time. But dirt for exterior walls is fine because, I mean, there's practically dirt everywhere around you outside, so it wouldn't really be that bad to look at, but inside it would be a nightmare. So yeah. Set time today. There, let me just build that wall, build this wall. Yeah, there's these walls. And maybe like add an outside viewing area or space. Yeah, that's nice. So you can just decide to, you know, hop out whenever you like and just make coarse dirt. There. There. Now this looks pretty good for a viewing area. You can just look at the outside and stuff. And then you can just go into the other room. It's gonna have the standard clay walls. Wait, did the other one have the clay? No, it didn't have the mud walls, so... Just do that. Let's build up these. And we're almost... Oh, wait, we have the bathroom left. Okay, so we're almost done the walls, but not quite. There. And then we'll just I'm wondering how a coarse dirt pattern would look. Yeah, a coarse dirt pattern would look fine. And then boom. And I say that doesn't look half bad considering that. You have to replace all this coarse dirt with moss because that looks slightly better. And coarse dirt isn't really a good looking block, to be honest. It's good for like some things such as, but yeah, it isn't really a good looking block. And boom, it's actually pretty nice. Yep, there we go. And then we might need to make a sacrifice to our little viewing area over here because it's jutting out a bit far. Not to even mention the exterior dirt walls, which, let me just complete those real quick. Do basic outline to see how it look in actuality. Just build all this. The main thing I'm wondering is how it would look around this little viewing area. I mean, I could just build around the problem. I mean, that would be okay. I mean, yeah, white represents cleanliness, so I think it would be best to make the bathroom walls white. Even though this is kind of the most unclean house to ever exist. So yeah, let me just do that. Wait, no, that looks terrible. Let me just shrink the bathroom by a single block, and I think we'll be fine. To place a dirt wall so it doesn't look so bad. we might need to make making little sacrifice to the viewing area and the bathroom, but hey, it's okay. We still have plenty of room in the bathroom, and you can still view out of you can still view like the mountains from the viewing area. Even though there really isn't anything to view from here. I mean, yeah, there is stuff to view. It's just, yeah. Anyways, let me just kaboom. We're almost done the walls, guys. Almost done the main walls. There. So those walls are complete. So now we know it works. Well, okay, but yeah. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be like finding gold for Endermen, bro. Like, these Endermen, they like to steal the dirt blocks and stuff. They like to take grass blocks, dirt blocks, all sorts of blocks, so especially natural ones, so that might be a problem, but we'll focus on that later. We might focus on it later. Yeah, building up these walls. There now, a big portion of the walls are now covered in dirt. Not like that's a bad thing. This is, well, a dirt house, just a dirt house, but with extra things added. Imagine if I used stone and then I just realized like half an hour later that I used infested. So that would be heartbreaking. Like, that would literally be heartbreaking. Like, imagine all this work and you find out that your cobblestone's infested. Like Mojang should, or Microsoft should add like an eye next to the infested stone so you know it's infested. Like, add an eye next to the item in the infested stone instead of just using it as a name. Just has to make it obvious through the item texture that it's infested, so you don't accidentally pick the wrong one. Yeah, that would be great, but hey. So now these walls are a pretty good way of the way complete. A pretty good amount of the way complete. Build up this wall. Another wall. Another wall. Another wall. Boom. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Yo, get out, bro. This is my house. You get out, bro. I know my house looks a little dirty, but you can't be in here. Add a little bit of depth to this over here. Make it more clear to separate the rooms. Like a small window over there. It seems like that this room is pretty dark, so I think it would be a good idea to add like a window over here. Yeah, okay then. So now that we did a little bit of interior design action, we're going to just continue building these walls. We're probably going to do the rest in the other videos. This is already like a half hour long, but hey, like, I don't mind that. I know I'm building really fast, but I'm trying to do as much as I can in one video, like, and we're almost on the walls. Boom, now we're done the walls. So now the question is, one, what do I make this roof out of? We could just do like a little pattern action over here. Just a little bit of pattern action, just create like an X-shaped pattern up here, and then just boom. And then we'll just, I think that looks pretty good for a room. Like, you have your nice little viewing area. So this is the entire house so far. So I know there's not really a door right now, but yeah, so this is practically all we're gonna do. Wait a minute. Of course, this doesn't have a roof. Go figure. Like, phantoms will just swoop in during the night while you're just in here in your sleep.
What are you doing, dumb donkey noob?
Like, So yeah, that's practically the entire house as of right now. This is part 1, which is the walls and basic roofs and basic basic interior design, which I think this is pretty good. This looks pretty good for a quote-unquote dirt house, but yeah. Maybe add another window over here. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Goodbye. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, and share this video with all your friends. See you on the next video. Catch you later.